Welcome to today's Coin Spotlight, where we explore the beauty and value of the Sacagawea Dollar and the Susan B. Anthony Dollar. Both coins hold a special place in American numismatics, celebrated for their history, symbolism, and lasting appeal among collectors. First up, the Susan B. Anthony Dollar from the Philadelphia Mint in 1980 represents a unique chapter in American coinage, blending historical symbolism with modern challenges in circulation. Though often overlooked in its time, this coin has steadily grown in recognition among collectors, especially those who value its role in the evolving history of U.S. currency. Its connection to Susan B. Anthony, the renowned suffragist, makes it more than just a dollar. It is a symbol of social progress and equality, factors that contribute to its enduring importance in numismatics. Today, its appeal lies not only in its monetary worth but also in its cultural and historical resonance, particularly when examples appear in rare conditions or with notable varieties. The late 1970s and early 1980s were a transitional period in U.S. coinage, as the government sought to introduce a smaller, more practical replacement for the Eisenhower dollar. First minted in 1979, the Susan B. Anthony dollar marked the first time a real woman, other than allegorical figures like Liberty, was featured on U.S. currency. The 1980p issue followed the initial run, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and represented an effort to continue this new dollar denomination despite its lukewarm public reception. Its release coincided with shifting social dynamics in the United States, where the women's rights movement was still pushing for recognition and equality. In this context, the coin served as both currency and a cultural milestone, reflecting a new era of representation in American society. The design of the 1980 Susan B. Anthony dollar is one of its most striking qualities. On the obverse, Susan B. Anthony's portrait is framed by the word liberty and the national motto "In God We Trust," along with the year of minting. The reverse features a striking image of an eagle landing on the moon, an adaptation of the Apollo 11 mission insignia, symbolizing American innovation and exploration. Composed of a copper-nickel-clad mixture over a pure copper core, the coin measures 26.5 mm in diameter and weighs 8.1 grams. Its 11-sided, undecagonal border gives it a distinct visual texture, preventing it from being mistaken for a quarter despite its similar size. This combination of artistry and symbolism makes it a coin of technical and aesthetic interest. One of the key factors behind the collectability of the 1980p Susan B. Anthony dollar is its rarity in certain conditions. While the overall mintage was relatively high, estimated at over 27 million pieces, finding examples in pristine uncirculated condition or with proof-like surfaces is far less common. Even more desirable are coins that exhibit minting errors, such as misstrikes, die clashes, or off-center strikes, which can command a premium in the market. The difference in value between a circulated, dirty coin and a high-grade specimen is substantial, emphasizing the importance of condition when evaluating the coin's true worth. From a value perspective, the 1980p Susan B. Anthony dollar generally commands modest prices in circulated grades, often just above face value due to its widespread availability. However, when found in certified mint state condition, particularly at higher grades such as MS66 or MS67, the coin can bring anywhere from $1,500 to over $5,000, depending on rarity and demand. Proof-like varieties or rare mint errors may fetch significantly more at auctions, with prices occasionally crossing into the thousands. Market trends suggest that interest in the Susan B. Anthony series is growing, as more collectors recognize its historical importance and relative undervaluation compared to other modern U.S. coins. For collectors interested in acquiring a valuable example of the 1980p issue, careful attention to detail is crucial. Certification from professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC provides assurance of authenticity and quality, while also helping determine accurate market value. Collectors are advised to look for strong strikes with clear details in Anthony's portrait and the eagle's feathers on the reverse, as weak strikes are common in this series. Proper storage in airtight holders or slabs is essential to preserve the coin's luster and prevent tarnishing. Seeking coins through reputable dealers, numismatic auctions, or established collecting networks increases the likelihood of obtaining a high-quality example. Beyond its numismatic details, the coin holds a broader significance that deepens its appeal. It stands at the crossroads of cultural representation, technological achievement, and changing public attitudes toward coinage. While the public initially resisted its use due to its similarity in size to the quarter, collectors today view the Susan B. Anthony dollar as a bold experiment that paved the way for later designs, such as the Sacagawea dollar. The 1980p issue, in particular, embodies both the challenges and aspirations of its time, linking it to an important narrative in U.S. history. Taken together, the 1980p Susan B. Anthony dollar is more than just a small-sized coin with limited popularity in circulation. It is a numismatic artifact that carries with it the spirit of change, progress, and innovation. While its financial worth can vary greatly depending on condition and variety, its historical and symbolic significance ensures that it will remain a fixture in U.S. coinage history. For both new and seasoned collectors, it represents an opportunity to connect with a piece of America's story while also investing in a coin whose value, both cultural and monetary, continues to grow over time. Next up, the Susan B. Anthony dollar of 1979, struck with the Philadelphia Mint Mark P, holds a distinctive place in American numismatics as the first small-sized dollar coin issued in the United States. For collectors, it stands out as an artifact of cultural change and experimentation in U.S. coinage. While not initially welcomed by the public due to its resemblance in size and appearance to the quarter, the coin has since gained a stronger following in the collector community. Its historical significance, combined with varieties, condition rarities, and minting errors, has elevated it to a much more respected position than it enjoyed at the time of release. The decision to create the Susan B. Anthony dollar was driven by both practical and symbolic motives. In the late 1970s, the U.S. Treasury sought to replace the bulky Eisenhower dollar with a more manageable coin that would encourage greater use in daily commerce. At the same time, the choice of Susan B. Anthony as the figure to be honored marked the first time a real woman, other than symbolic depictions of liberty, appeared on circulating U.S. currency. First issued in 1979, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of examples, but their lukewarm reception from the public contrasted sharply with the coin's historical importance. For collectors today, the 1979p issue captures this fascinating transitional moment in the nation's history. The coin's design reflects both tradition and innovation. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of Susan B. Anthony, surrounded by Liberty at the top and In God We Trust to the right, with the date below. The small p mint mark is located near the rim above Anthony's shoulder. On the reverse, the iconic eagle landing on the moon, derived from the Apollo 11 insignia, symbolizes America's achievements in space exploration. Composed of a copper-nickel-clad layer over a pure copper core, the coin has a diameter of 26.5 mm and a weight of 8.1 grams. The 11-sided inner border provides a unique visual and tactile feature, giving it distinction from other coins despite its similarity in size to a quarter. Although the 1979p Susan B. Anthony dollar had a large overall mintage, well over 600 million pieces, certain varieties make it much rarer than others. The most notable are the wide rim and narrow rim varieties, with the wide rim being the scarcer and more sought after by collectors. Additionally, error coins such as double strikes, off-center issues, and die clashes are highly desirable and can elevate a common coin into a valuable rarity. Condition plays a major role as well, as circulated examples are abundant, but mint state coins at higher grades such as MS66 or above become significantly harder to locate. In terms of market value, most circulated 1979p Susan B. Anthony dollars are worth only a small premium above face value, often trading for just $2,500 to $3,500. However, coins in higher mint state grades can command far more, with MS66 examples ranging between $4,200 and $5,500, depending on demand. Ultra-high grades, such as MS67, can push values into the $6,000 range or more due to their scarcity. The highly collectible wide rim variety, even in average circulated condition, is worth $7,000 to $8,500, with pristine uncirculated examples fetching hundreds of dollars. Exceptional error coins or uniquely toned specimens may command even higher premiums at auctions. For collectors, identifying and preserving high-quality examples of this coin is essential. Certification by reputable grading services such as PCGS or NGC not only authenticates the coin but also secures its market value. Collectors should look closely at the rim to distinguish between wide rim and narrow rim varieties, with the former showing the date placed closer to the coin's edge. Proper storage in airtight holders or slabs is recommended to protect against dirt, corrosion, and environmental damage. When acquiring coins, seeking out trusted dealers, coin shows, and reputable online auctions helps ensure authenticity and fair pricing. The 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar is more than just a coin with a face value of $1. It represents the U.S. Mint's attempt to modernize currency, reduce costs, and celebrate one of the most influential women in American history. While it may not have succeeded in circulation, its cultural symbolism and variety-driven collectability have given it a new life in the numismatic world. Its ties to both the women's rights movement and the nation's technological achievements during the space age deepen its historical value. In conclusion, this coin stands as a powerful reminder that significance in numismatics often extends beyond financial value. The 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar embodies progress, representation, and experimentation in American coinage. Its worth today depends greatly on condition, rarity, and variety, with certain examples commanding impressive premiums in the collector market. For enthusiasts, it offers not only a chance to own a piece of monetary history but also a symbol of cultural change, making it a compelling addition to any serious collection. Next up, the Sacagawea dollar with the 2000p mint mark is one of the most iconic and historically significant modern coins in U.S. numismatics. When collectors encounter this piece, especially in varieties that are scarce or with unique minting anomalies, its appeal becomes undeniable. While many examples circulate with little premium above face value, certain ultra-rare editions, such as the famed Cheerios dollar, have elevated this coin into the ranks of highly sought-after treasures. Its connection to Native American history, innovative golden appearance, and place as the first issue of the Sacagawea Dollar series make it a fascinating artifact in both cultural and numismatic terms. The origins of the 2000 Sacagawea Dollar are rooted in the U.S. Mint's effort to replace the widely criticized Susan B. Anthony dollar, which had failed in circulation. Lawmakers wanted a coin that would be distinct from the quarter and carry a strong sense of American identity. Sakagawea, the Shoshone woman who famously assisted Lewis and Clark on their expedition, was chosen as the central figure, honoring her contributions to exploration and cultural exchange. The Philadelphia Mint struck millions of coins in the year 2000, but only a fraction gained notoriety as special editions, including those tied to the U.S. Mint's promotional distribution through General Mills' Cheerios cereal boxes. This unique backstory adds to the coin's mystique and enhances its place in American history. The design of the coin is one of its most celebrated aspects. On the obverse, Sacagawea is portrayed carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, symbolizing both maternal strength and guidance. Her gaze is forward, embodying vision and resilience. The reverse features an American bald eagle in flight surrounded by 17 stars, representing the states in the Union at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The coin was minted with a golden color thanks to its composition of a copper core clad with manganese brass, giving it a distinctive luster unlike any previous US dollar. With a diameter of 26.5 mm and a weight of 8.1 grams, its smooth edges and rich color make it stand out among circulating coinage. While the general mintage of the 2000p Sacagawea dollar exceeded 767 million pieces, rarity is determined not by sheer numbers but by special varieties and conditions. The most famous is the Cheerios dollar, identifiable by enhanced eagle tail feathers on the reverse, distributed in limited numbers through the serial promotion. Other rare finds include transitional errors, double strikes, or improperly plated pieces, which are treasured by specialists. Condition also plays a vital role. High-grade mint state or proof-like examples are far scarcer than their circulated counterparts, and dirty or heavily worn coins hold little more than face value, highlighting how rarity and preservation define collector demand. Market value for this coin varies dramatically based on variety and grade. A typical 2000p Sacagawea dollar in circulated condition is worth around $2,200 to $3,300. However, The Cheerios dollar has achieved legendary status, with examples certified in top condition selling for over $5,000 at auction. Other eras and varieties can range from a few hundred to several $1,000s, depending on rarity and demand. Even standard mint state coins graded MS-67 or higher may command prices between $6,200 and $7,300, as pristine examples are difficult to find. This wide spectrum of value demonstrates how the same issue can range from ordinary to extraordinary based on its individual characteristics. For collectors hoping to secure a valuable example, careful inspection and knowledge are essential. Identifying the Cheerios variety requires close examination of the eagle's tail feathers, where additional sculpted detail distinguishes it from the regular issue. Certification by PCGS, NGC, or other trusted grading services is critical, as it not only guarantees authenticity but also provides clarity on grade and variety. Proper storage in holders or slabs is highly recommended to preserve the coin's golden hue, as exposure to dirt, air, or moisture can quickly dull its appearance. Collectors should also remain alert to reputable dealers and auction houses, as fakes and misattributed coins occasionally surface in the market. The 2000p Sacagawea dollar embodies both triumphs and challenges of modern US coinage. Though it was introduced with high hopes of widespread acceptance in commerce, it primarily found its home in collector circles and limited circulation programs. Yet, its cultural resonance as a tribute to a key figure in American exploration and its status as a groundbreaking design ensure that it occupies a lasting place in coinage history. The rarest varieties demonstrate how innovation, circumstance, and collector passion can converge to create truly remarkable numismatic treasures. In conclusion, the 2000p Sacagawea dollar is a coin with two stories, one of mass production and circulation, and another of extraordinary rarity and high value. While most pieces remain common and accessible, ultra-rare editions like the Cheerios dollar elevate the coin to legendary status among collectors. Its combination of artistry, symbolism, and unique distribution history makes it not only an important collectible but also a meaningful artifact of American culture. For enthusiasts, it offers both a tangible link to history and the thrill of discovering one of the most valuable modern US coin rarities. Next up, the 2001p Sacagawea dollar is a remarkable continuation of a series that brought fresh cultural meaning and visual distinction to American coinage. While it may appear ordinary in circulated form, certain examples of this issue are exceptionally valuable, particularly those preserved in pristine condition or struck with rare errors. For collectors, it represents both a piece of modern history and an opportunity to acquire a coin that balances accessibility with the thrill of rarity. Its golden appearance, cultural symbolism, and links to Native American heritage make it one of the most compelling modern dollars for those who value history as much as potential investment. When this coin was minted, the Sacagawea dollar was still relatively new, having debuted in 2000 to replace the short-lived Susan B. Anthony dollar. By 2001, the United States Mint was continuing the series with hopes that it would gain broader acceptance in circulation. The Philadelphia Mint was a major producer of this year's issue, striking tens of millions of coins. However, despite its high output, public usage of the coin remained limited, with most people preferring paper dollars. This lack of enthusiasm eventually pushed later issues into limited runs for collectors only, making the early years like 2001 an important chapter in the series' history. The design is a defining feature of the 2001p Sacagawea dollar. On the obverse, Sakagawea is depicted carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, on her back, her expression calm and determined. This portrait conveys strength, guidance, and the bridging of cultures. On the reverse, a soaring bald eagle surrounded by 17 stars represents the states that were part of the Union at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The coin's composition of a copper core with a clad layer of manganese brass gives it a golden tone, enhancing its visual uniqueness among circulating coins. Measuring 26.5 mm in diameter and weighing 8.1 grams, it shares the same dimensions as its 2000 predecessor but carries subtle production qualities that appeal to sharp-eyed collectors. Despite the large mintage, rarity in the 2001p Sacagawea dollar comes from special varieties and the condition of surviving examples. High-grade mint state coins are difficult to find because most were released into circulation, where they quickly acquired marks, wear, and discoloration. Rare minting errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or wrong planchet errors, have been documented and can transform an otherwise common coin into a sought-after treasure. Clean, uncirculated examples with strong luster and sharp detail are scarce, and these factors contribute to the desirability of the issue among serious numismatists. In terms of value, circulated 2001p Sacagawea dollars are generally worth little more than face value, perhaps $3,500 to $5,600. However, mint state coins graded MS66 or higher can fetch between $6,500 and $8,000, while exceptional MS67 examples have been known to exceed $9,000 at auction due to their scarcity. Error coins vary dramatically in price depending on type and quality, with some selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. While it does not reach the astronomical values of ultra-rare promotional issues like the Cheerios dollar from 2000, the 2001p still holds significant appeal for collectors looking to assemble a complete set of the series. Collectors aiming to acquire this coin should pay careful attention to grading and authentication. Professional certification by NGC or PCGS is highly recommended for high-grade or error examples, as it provides assurance of authenticity and preserves long-term market value. Collectors should look for coins with minimal surface contact marks, bright golden color, and sharp definition in both Sakagawea's portrait and the eagle's feathers. Proper storage is crucial. Coins should be kept in protective holders or slabs to prevent environmental damage, which can dull their golden tone. Engaging with established dealers, attending coin shows, or following trusted auction houses increases the chance of finding truly exceptional examples. The coin's broader significance extends beyond its numismatic qualities. The Sacagawea Dollar series was designed to honor Native American contributions to U.S. history, and the 2001 issue is an integral part of that mission. By featuring Sakagawea and highlighting the role she played in one of the nation's most important explorations, the series brings visibility and respect to a figure often overlooked in mainstream history. For this reason, the coin resonates with collectors who value not only rarity and condition but also the stories coins carry through time. Ultimately, the 2001p Sacagawea dollar is a coin that combines beauty, history, and the potential for surprising value. While most examples are common and inexpensive, those in extraordinary condition or carrying rare errors become standout pieces in any collection. Its golden color, cultural symbolism, and role in modern U.S. coinage make it a captivating artifact of its era. For both new and seasoned collectors, it represents not only a link to America's past but also a meaningful addition that may appreciate in value over time as interest in the series continues to grow.